Hey everybody, welcome back. I've got another December daily video for you today. Today is going to be day 3. You'll see that I've got my album open and I went ahead and took out what I've prepared for my day 3. I've cut down a 2x2 page protector and I've got 6 pockets there that I'm going to be using, and then also I have a big 6x8 photo that's going to be underneath. Day 3's story is going to be all about myself finding joy. It was the day that we came back from our vacation and we had no Christmas up. It was still in the attic. We were trying to figure out how to get our Christmas tree, and my husband was going to be out of town for the next 7 days. So, needless to say that I was not feeling the Christmas spirit, but by the end of that night, that it had returned, and so that's the story that I'm going to tell. With that story in mind, I went looking through my supplies and just so happened to find the word seek, and that is from the Lost and Found story kit from Ali Edwards, and I thought I would use that and then put the word joy underneath. The plan is to leave that middle pocket empty, that way you can see through it to the picture and still read the words. This particular part of making this spread was the most time consuming. I've gathered all my supplies that I might want to use and am now playing around with the placement of all the items. I've got tags and pattern paper and the number 3 that I want to put somewhere. So I'm just trying to figure out where to place things. Oh, and I also have a couple pictures that I want to put in as well to go along with my story. And later on you'll see that I have 2 places or 2 pockets that are going to be journaling spots because I do have a little bit more to say about this particular story. Here are a couple of photos that I want to add into this day, and these are part of the story while we were getting out Christmas from the attic and starting to decorate the house. My middle child went and gathered all of her stuffed animals and started to dress them up in their Christmas clothes. Over the years, the kids have been given and purchased clothes for their stuffed animals. And especially at Christmas time, they do like to dress them up. And they've got quite a stash going of different hats and clothes and accessories. So it's really fun to see them still play with those animals and their clothes. You'll see that I put my journaling in the middle pocket there, and that is just talking a little bit about how our day went and what we did, and then also a little bit about the animals. At this point, I am ready to go ahead and get this side of the page protector put together. So I'm going to go ahead and put that 3 inside the pocket, and I'm going to leave it just the way it is. I'm not going to put anything underneath it so you can see through it. I'm going to adhere the 3 with some red line tape. I'm just going to put it on the back side, and I'm not really worried that it's going to show through on the other side, and I'm just going to leave it. The last thing that I need to do for this side is to go ahead and staple that star into place so that way it doesn't move around and it won't come off. So I've gone ahead and done that, and I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to start working on the other side. But here is a quick look, and let's get started on the other side. Now this slide took me a little bit longer to figure out what I wanted to do. I really played around with the placement of my picture and then my journaling, and then also I have a couple embellishments that I want to add. I did at first have that spread cheer in the corner, but I really wanted to add some color. So I decide at first to put in that Jingle All the Way paper. And I think that paper was either from this year's kit or last year's kit. I can't remember. For the next couple minutes, I'm going to just play around and take stuff out of the pockets and put it back in and move it around. I do want to use that circle wood piece, and that is from Colorcast Designs, but I didn't want it right next to picture. I wanted to place it a little bit further from the letters Joy, because they're kind of the same color. So I can't remember where it ends up. I think it's in the middle. Yeah, it's gonna end up in the middle, and I'm gonna put that piece of transparency underneath it. So I am pretty much done. The last thing that I want to do is I'm gonna go ahead and place my journaling onto the back of that tag, the ho 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 tag. And so I went ahead and printed it out again because the original one was too wide. So I printed it out again and just put some adhesive on the tag and put it straight on the back. Last thing I need to do is just punch a hole in the tag and place it in the pocket. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and put it in my album, so that way you can see what it all looks like together. Here's a closer look. I'm super happy about how this day came together, and I really do love it. I'm gonna put it in the album so you can see how it all looks together. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video and say thank you so much for coming and watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye guys.